Right guys, this isn't something I know an awful lot about. Excuse the traffic, this has gone quite extreme recently. It's not past 9 over here in the morning. Normally I'll come back from work and I'm trying to sleep. But you get bikes coming up from about 8 o'clock now. It wasn't always the case. 8 o'clock, bikes, motorbikes, like that, and flipping vans are doing it now, cars are doing it. The police refuse to do anything about it. Right, but anyway, stalking. This is weird. I mean, since I moved here, I had somebody stick a phone in my face, like, well, behind the headlock while I was talking to a security guard, because I'm a security guard, and I was talking to this other guy. I turned around, and this is bloke's got a simple phone like mine. But I said, you recording me, mate? And he's like, no, I'm not. And he just, like, puts the phone away and goes, do you know what I mean? Gets out of the place. I was looking at him, and I thought, that phone was right at my head. Now, I know that, like, iPhones have got, like, what do they call it? It's voice to skull or something like that. You can actually, like, derange somebody using one of those things, because it's like an app you can use. But it weren't one of those phones. It just seemed, it looked like a simple phone. It might have been an iPhone, but I thought it just looked like a simple phone, a slim one like mine. Anyway, this goes way back when, right? I'm not sitting there wallowing in my sorrows, but I'll tell you something. I've had the strangest flipping life. Starts off where a paedophile, where I was living in a nice village, came and moved in, had a caravan and somebody to drive. My girls ended up hypnotised by the bloke. He ended up moving next door. My eldest moved in with him. He'd been keeping an eye on her, like, you know, looking at her up and down and all that sort of thing. So I find out when she was 13. And he's made sure that this news gets back to me. I hit him. I hit him because, like, I was furious, and I was trying to, like, let my family know that I was trying to be there for them. You know what I mean? I tried everything. I tried verbally. I tried everything, saying, look, you know, this is not what happens. This is not what you're supposed to do. No matter what I said, it didn't work. I ended up hitting him. So I got form for it. But, yeah, he made my skin crawl. His eyes used to change colour and all sorts. And then when my eldest moved in with him, she started having his kids. And, oh, it's really bizarre. Her blood group changed to negative. It was A pos. I know, because I'm a mum. And then it was O neg. And he just stayed O neg. That's her blood group now. So whether these guys are coming as half-breds or whatever, I don't know. I suppose any one of Satan's lot would be paedophiles, and they would have, like, a weird blood group. I'm beginning to wonder whether that's it. That's why her blood group's changed, and that's why the Lord destroyed everybody in the flood, because when they made it with women, they ended up with giants and that. But, like, not just that, their blood group changed as well, so the women became contaminated. And I'm wondering if that's, like, not just the DNA, but it's the blood as well, or it's all part of it. Do you know what I mean? And that is why what's happened, happened. Oh man, I've had the weirdest life. Anyway, I get out of there. It didn't matter what I said, nobody would listen. He even hypnotised all the surrounding area, yet his ex's mum was right to everybody saying, please, he's a pathological liar, he's a danger, he's 30 pages of A4 letter to all the neighbours saying that he was a nightmare. None of them would believe it. That's his ex's mum. Anyway, next thing you know, I get out of there. I'm moving to this other place. Oh, the noise was flipping horrendous, mate. But the thing is, you got used to that. You got used to talking to the kids. You calmed it down and everything. Then the tenants came in. We just got a load of weird tenants. I mean, extreme filthiness or extreme noise. The doors slamming all the time, screaming, shouting. We had the most extreme tenants. And then we got to one. I mean, there was one like, I can't go through. The Bible says you're not supposed to talk about some certain things. Anyway. I went through about, like, 4 different tenants, like the few housemates that tried to keep it clean and that. I was in shared accom. And we just had extreme circumstances where someone else would come in that was extreme. Then we had a guy wielding swords and nicking everybody's stuff. I mean, the girl that was there, I was at work, but the girl that was there when he started wielding his sword around, he was threatening the neighbours. Dropped the sword on the floor and went out to do, like, fisticuffs with them. And he had loads of swords. He had loads of swords in his room, and he just nicked them from down the road. He'd just go and raid anyone's house and come back. And he'd raid all our stuff and sell it to them, and yeah, weird. He was on liquid steroids. And then he brought a dog in the place. Yeah, well, that was it. It was time I moved out. Now I'm in this place. I thought, oh, how peaceful. Now I've got so much traffic. It's only just built up and built up gradually. Bikes now, there's about like 5 bikes going around constantly. And then there's a van going around now. That's only just started. Constantly screeching, papping its horn. And then there's about six cars going around, like real turbo. They've all like done something with it, and it just sounds like madness, like really loud. And listening to that, that's just normal flipping. That's normal industrial stuff going past. But like now, I've got no peace here, so I've not even been here 6 months, and I'm gonna have to move. Wherever I go, I just listen to it. It's just showering around. I tell you what, my coffee vibrates in here. It's just like, I've got to get out of here. You know, and all my lights are popping now, and all the electrics. I can't just replace the lights now. They're them little spotlights I'll show you. Yeah, but what's happening, right, is that when you try and turn it back off or on, like, yeah, you just got to leave them, otherwise it'll spark. So what's happening is that the electrics are going all the various circuits, like the ones in the hall, just don't touch. And the guy came out, had a look at the flipping switches last night, and it took a bit of metal out, a tiny little bit of metal like a chip. He just takes it out. Now my bedroom lights and my ensuite won't work. No lights will work in there either. So I've got no lights. I've got a couple of lights left. Now they're going to have to take all the ceiling down. So bang goes my piece. I'm going to move. Yeah, I've got to move yet again. But it wasn't always like this. Yeah, it's a little bit of a main road for them to go down, but it's only small. I'll show you. Only a little thing. You know what I mean? It's quiet at the moment. You wait till like peak times. Yeah, nightmare. You're talking about like 12 o'clock. You're talking about like 12 o'clock. You're talking about like flipping, you know, that'll go on for hours. This morning, that went on.